Hey guys, in this video we will be diving into a Python script that uses the Interactive Brokers API to fetch real-time stock data and we're also going to visualize that. So this one is actually a quite interesting video that I have for you guys. So let's just jump right into it. The first step is actually to download the TWS API from their website. Once you have done that, you also need to run the Python script file, which is within that folder that you get under your C drive. The reason being why we want that is because we want to be using libraries from the Interactive Brokers API. More specifically the client function, the wrapper function, and the contract function in this video. I'll explain why we need them in a short moment. Here I have logged into my paper trading account, and the idea is that whatever you can do within this application right here, you should be able to do exactly the same things through the API. For example, buying, selling, getting the daily P&L information, getting the position data, getting the market value, etc., etc. So that's what we are going to be looking at. So let's just go back to Python code. So we're just gonna start by actually importing libraries. What we need, the client function is basically what we request to the API in order, for example, if we want to buy something, that will be like an EClient request function, and then once we have sent that request, we actually need to communicate, and actually once we have interacted with the server, it gets back to us, we need to actually use a wrapper function in order to understand the code, in this case the Python interpretable code. And that's why we need the wrapper function, and we also have the contract function in order to get the contract details for any particular securities. In our example, we will be using Tesla just as an example. We start by defining a class that inherits from the EWrapper and the EClient function to handle the interactive broker connections and process the incoming data that we are getting. For example, whenever in this video we're going to request the market data for Tesla, and then we want that data to be coming in. That's why it will be stored in the data dictionary here. We're gonna be using that data and plot it out to see how the market data for 30 seconds looks like. We're also going to use this tick price wrapper function. This wrapper function is actually within the documentation of the Interactive Brokers API. What this does is that we want to find the last price, which is then classified as number 4. Please look at the documentation. I'll link it down below, and if you have any question, just ask me about it. So what we are saying right here is that if data is empty to begin with, and then if the request ID is not in the data, we're going to then fetch the prices and the time, and if after the first initial run, because it's nothing there to begin with, and after that, if let's say in the next second or the next 30 seconds, then and the next data that comes in, we will then just append it to the dictionary. The market data function under the trading application class is basically just sets up the market data request for each stock. So basically it will ask for market data, and we will get so that's what we're going to get from there. So when we are going down to the utility function, which we need, a typo there, we need to define a stock contract detail, and so we're going to import from the contract library from the IP API, and then within you need to actually specify. You have to initialize the object, and then you have to actually specify the symbol, security type, currency, and the exchange. So we see we have already standard input data right here, so that's nothing to think of. What we need to think about is the symbol, which is going to be Tesla. And then we're just going to create another function that runs the application in this function. So what's important right in this code is that we have just defined it, we have not run it yet. And then we're going to go to the next part where we're actually going to run the code. So we start by actually create the object, so the 3D application class that we just defined above. And then we're just going to connect to it, and this is our host, which is the local machine, and then you have the port 7497, which is basically the paper trading account for Interactive Broker. And then you need to choose a client ID. I have just chosen 2. You can choose any other client ID for 4, 5, 6, 7. It doesn't really matter right there. So after we have connected, we need to start a separate thread for the Interactive Broker API client. So we're going to start the thread that we just defined right here, so app.run. So it's going to run in a separate thread. That's the very important part. That's why we also want it in the function. Just because it's more cleaner and more manageable. And then we're just gonna have like a daemon equal to true, which is important to have within the separate thread. And then we're gonna start the thread. So this code right here is actually what starts the code, which starts the connection. I started out with actually putting in multiple thickers, but that just got messy because they trade at different prices, so the plot of 30 seconds didn't really make that much of a sense. So I just fall back to one stock, the Tesla stock. So right here we are just requesting the market data, just as you said, right above here. We want the last price, and we just want it to stream and append it. What I want is to plot the stream data, what we're going to do, and so we are creating a function in order to just plot the data. We're going to actually get 30 seconds of data, and then we're going to end loop, because we want to collect 30 seconds worth of streaming data of Tesla, and in the end we're just going to plot the data through the whole code right here. So we can see in the bottom right here that it's collecting the data. It has established a connection, and then -1 is fine. It just means it's okay. It's their language or computer language. So it's going to fetch data for the Tesla, which is then defined as index 0, because in Python indexing starts from 0 and not 1. So it's just going to, we can just wait for it to be run. I think it has done that, and I believe we can just run and look at the plot. This is actually interesting. So what we see right here is as the market is open, you can see that the last price of Tesla within the last 30 seconds has moved from up and down. So you can see it has moved from 0.67 down to 0.63 and back up to so you see how fast it actually moves. That's what we just wanted to capture. The reason why I'm going through this code is because I want in the future to actually create more code like this, to actually execute strategy, risk management. More of my interest is more of the risk management code that I want to actually monitor over my positions and do certain things if certain things happens. So that's gonna be really interesting to take you guys along with me to actually go through that. But for right now, I just wanted to show you guys that it's if you have Interactive Brokers, you are actually able to download their API and then go through the documentation. It takes time to go through them. I believe there is a good courses in Udemy that you can actually find to get like a baseline understanding of it. You should use that to go through if you want to, if you have a goal to actually create your own trading applications. So yeah, I hope this video got you guys interested in actually creating your own trading algorithm based on strategy. We're going to do more of the strategy backtesting and those kind of things in the near future. Right now I just wanted you guys to actually I just wanted you guys to actually what you are able to do. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys, just to summarize real quickly, the script that we just went through is how it connects to EWrapper, how it actually fetches real-time stock data and visualize it. That's what we just did right here. This is just a starting point. We could expand this to include more analysis, which we are going to do in the future. So yeah, for now, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, just ask them down in the comment section and I will get back to you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.